I'm Christopher Hanna.
I'm Kaitlyn and we will be doing a scene from Hedda-ChrisH-KailynR. I will be playing Hedda-ChrisH-KailynR.
And I'll be playing George Testament.
Morning.
Hedda! Good gracious me, up so early.
Yes, I was up very early this morning.
Extraordinary. I was sure you'd still be in bed.
Don't talk so loud. Mrs. Elstead is lying down in my room.
Did Mrs. Elstead stay the night here?
Well, no one came to fetch her.
No, I suppose not.
Well, did you enjoy yourself to the judges?
Were you worried about me?
Certainly not. I just wondered if you enjoyed yourself.
Yes, I did. For once. Especially at the beginning of the evening when Eilert read to me. We arrived more than an hour early, if you can imagine, and Brock had a lot to see to. So Eilert read to me.
Tell me about it.
Oh, Hedda, you couldn't possibly begin to imagine what that book will be like. It must be one of the most remarkable books ever written. Extraordinary.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant that...
I'll tell you something, Hedda. When he'd finished reading to me, something really horrible happened.
Horrible?
I sat there envying Eilert for being able to write like that. Can you imagine?
I can, yes.
And the terrible thing is that he has all that talent, and yet he's absolutely irredeemable.
Do you mean because he's more high-spirited than the others?
No, I mean because he's quite incapable of doing anything in moderation.
So what happened in the end?
Well, I believe it became what rather might be described as bacchanalian.
Did he have vine leaves in his hair?
Vine leaves? No, I didn't notice any. But he made a long, incoherent speech about the woman who had inspired him in his work. Those were his words, anyway.
Did he mention her name?
No, he didn't. But I don't believe it could be anyone else but Mrs. Elstead. Take my word for it.
Where did you leave him?
On the way into town. The last of us all left at the same time, and Brock decided to come with us to get a bit of fresh air. In the end, though, we decided to take Eilert home. He had rather overdone it.
I suppose he had.
Now, this is the really strange thing, Hedda. Or perhaps tragic is a better word for it. Oh, I feel almost too ashamed on Eilert's behalf to tell you about it.
Well, get on with it.
Well, you see, as we were coming back into town, I happened to drop back a bit from behind the others, only for a couple of minutes, if you can imagine.
Yes, for goodness sake.
And while I was hurrying to catch up with the others, do you know what I found lying there on the pavement?
How should I know?
You mustn't tell anyone about this, Hedda. Do you understand? Promise me you won't for Eilert's sake. This is what I found on the pavement. Now tell me, what do you think?
Is that the parcel that he had from yesterday?
Yes, it's the whole of his priceless, irreplaceable manuscript. He'd lost it without realizing. It's extraordinary, Hedda. It's tragic.
Why didn't you give it back to him straight away?
I didn't dare. The state he was in?
You didn't tell any of the others you'd found it?
No, I didn't want to, you see, for Eilert's sake.
So nobody knows that you have Eilert Loveport's manuscript?
No, and nobody must find out about it either.
What did you say to him afterwards?
I didn't get a chance to say anything to him. He and 2 or 3 others suddenly vanished, just like that. It was extraordinary.
Really? They must have taken him home.
Yes, I suppose they must have.
And where have you been lurking about since then?
Well, one of our married company invited some of us over to his place for morning coffee. Or perhaps, should I say, night coffee. Anyway, as soon as I've had a chance to get a bit of rest and given Eilert the chance to sleep it off with the poor chap, I must go around and give this back to him.
No, don't give it back yet. I mean, not just yet. Let me read it first.
No, Hedda, my dear, I can't do that. Really?
Can't you?
No. Surely you realize how desperate he'll be when he wakes up and finds his only manuscript missing. There's only one copy of it, you know. He told me there was.
But that sort of book could be written again, couldn't it? And come out much the same.
No, I don't think that would ever work. It's the inspiration, you see.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Incidentally, there's a letter for you.
There isn't, is there?
It arrived this morning, early.
Oh, it's from Auntie Julia. I wonder what it says. Oh, Hedda. It says poor Auntie Rena is dying.
We've been expecting that, haven't we?
And that if I want to see her again, I shall have to hurry. I'd better race up there this minute.
On your marks.
Oh, Hedda, I wish you could bring yourself to come with me. Don't you consider it, my
No,
dear?
don't ask me to. I don't want to deal with sickness and death or anything ugly. I don't want anything to do with it.
Oh, yes, well, there's my hat and my coat. Oh, in the hallway. I only hope I won't be too late.
You better race up there.